No, we are not there yet, mister. We just left like 20 minutes ago. Well, I can't just tell you because then it wouldn't be a surprise. What I can tell you, though, is that I know we've both been really busy with work and haven't really been able to see each other. So, I figured we'd have a nice getaway this weekend. What getaway? Well, I'm glad you asked because we're here. Yeah, it's a bookstore. I saw this place on my way home from work one day, went inside, and immediately I knew I had to take you here. Well, if you think it looks magical on the outside, just wait till you get inside. Come on, let's go. Yeah, the warm lighting, vintage books hanging from the ceiling, plenty of cozy spots, this set. It has that homey vibe I knew you'd love. Remember back in college when we'd stay in the library until the wee hours of the morning, studying for exams and working on final projects? We used to call them friend dates to motivate ourselves to go. Yes, the promise of coffee was another great motivator. Oh, and speaking of, if you move a little over to the right, ta-da! A coffee shop. I know, right? Isn't it cool? A coffee shop inside of a bookstore? I think it really adds to the ambiance. I'm glad you agree. Now, let's go grab ourselves a cup of that sweet caffeine goodness. Yes, can I have an iced latte and a caramel macchiato, please? Hot? Thanks. Yeah, I memorized your order. After all those late night study sessions, it'd be weird if I didn't. Although, why you order cold drinks in the middle of winter is beyond me. It is not warm in here, you just run hot. All right, here's the latte for you, monsieur, and the caramel macchiato for me. Do you remember during one of our friend dates when you fell asleep while reading an article for your essay? You knocked over your coffee and face planted onto your computer. Of course I remember that. How could I not? You didn't even wake up when your face hit the laptop. When you did finally wake up, you had the keyboard imprinted on your cheek and coffee all over your sleeve. Okay, no, we are not going to talk about that. Because I only did that because you dared me to. My pride was on the line. Anyway, I thought we could have a real friend date here. One that hopefully involves less face planting. Why don't we pick out a couple of books, cozy up in the hammock chairs with the blankets I brought, and read? Well, if they don't want us drinking our coffee near their books, then maybe they shouldn't put a coffee shop in the middle of the store. I'm kidding. We'll finish drinking our coffee and then start looking for books. Actually, I have a better idea. What if we do this? Instead of picking out a book for ourselves, we pick out books for each other, and whatever book we pick, the other person has to read it. Sound like a deal? Good. Then let's get to searching. Okay, so the book I got for you, I read in high school, but to this day, it's still one of my favorite reads. It's a really cool mystery about this guy who goes back to visit his childhood town to reminisce and visit old friends, only to find that things aren't how he remembered them. Things he could have sworn happened, people tell him never did, and people he thought he knew don't know him at all. So now he's on this quest to find his lost memories and figure out what is real and what is fake. It's really captivating, and it's a lot of great twists. No, I didn't choose a romance book for you because you need to, expand your horizons. Besides, I think you'll really like this one. Trust me. Just try it. It'll be something different. So, what book did you pick out for me? Oh, yeah. I think I've heard of that one. It was really popular a while back, but I didn't look into it. But, considering you picked it out, I'm assuming it's a romance. Why couldn't you just, pick a sci-fi book or a murder mystery? It's not that I hate romance, it's just, after a while, it gets so repetitive. It's good? Well, that's what you said about that last book you recommended to me, and it turned out to be the same old cheesy stuff you read all the time. I could literally predict the book from cover to cover. How is this one different? Okay, let me guess. They realize their love for each other before they get stuck in a life or death situation. Or maybe the guy finally chooses his childhood friend instead of the man he's only known for 2 chapters. Oh, it's about an assassin who falls in love with his target's knight? And romance is just a subplot, huh? The main plot of the story is him trying to assassinate the king? Oh, that actually doesn't sound too bad. Okay, fine. I'll read it, but if this book ends up being your typical cheesy romance, then I'm never taking book suggestions from you again. Okay. So far, I'm not hating this book. Hey, I didn't say I like it, just that I don't totally hate it so far. What about you? I know it starts a little slow, but what do you think about some of the characters, at least? Yeah, that's fair. I didn't really like him when I first read it either, but I think your opinion of him will change very soon. Well, you can't blame the guy. If some stranger walked up to you claiming that he was your best friend in high school, but you know it's not true, you'd be on edge too. Okay, fair. You probably wouldn't start throwing punches at the guy, but you would at least, call the cops. But come on, admit it. You like it, and I did a great job picking out a book that intrigues you even without your beloved romance. Yes, Cardlin for the win. Yeah, I guess he technically won too, since the book you chose for me has been bearable. I had a lot of fun today. Yeah, I missed this too. Let's never go this long without hanging out, ever again. I mean, we should at least try to see each other every other week. Even if it's just something as simple as this. Reading a book together with a warm drink in hand. How's that sound? As long as I'm buying the coffee. Okay, sure. but only if you bring the fuzzy blankets. All right. Deal.